What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And it does appear that Donald Trump, the Orange Man bad crowd, whatever you want to call the guy, will finally be making an endorsement in the Arizona Senate race. He's been hinting at it, he's been teasing, I have an endorsement planned, I'll be waiting though. But it does appear this recent statement by the Orange Man does give us a clear indication which way he's trending. I mean, there's really only two candidates that will get the Trump endorsement. Either Mark Baranovich, his real name's Baranovich, but, he's a boomer con, he sucks, he's a grifter, and I don't like him. Or you got the Giga Chad Blake Masters. And at this point, he is trending towards the Giga Chad Blake Masters. Now, before I forget, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash that like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes. So, Arizona Senate race has been kind of unique, as in, Trump has really stayed away from this race. Also the Ohio race, for no reason. He's just been avoiding this race like the plague. But Trump finally made a statement on the race that really indicates how this is going. So, Baranovich was caught, alright, buddying up with the Maricopa County Recorder. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, I recommend you read this article, alright, by Big League Politics. Again, I know they do sound a bit boomer-con in some things, but relatively speaking, in a nutshell, this clown here, alright, the guy on the right, so, all the election crap that happened in Maricopa, he did everything possible to stop an audit. Right? It doesn't matter if you're right, left, you believe the election was fair, rigged, whatever. The fact this clown flat out illegally halted the audit, alright, for months. He purposely misled people about the election results. He misled people on the transparency election, all that crap. He did everything possible to obstruct against the audit. And you see here, he's been buddying up with the clown Richer. And that's Baranovich right there, looking like the blurred out meme. But essentially, Baranovich is running for the Senate, and this is bad news, alright? This single picture is awful news. Why? What has Trump's main thing been the past year? Election reform and the 2020 election. Now, he's moving more away from the 2020 election towards the election reform side. But the fact this clown, who, is quote-unquote helping solve election security in Arizona, he's buddying up with the one guy that obstructed for months for the election results. I mean, this guy did everything possible to obstruct. Again, you could say whatever you want about the election. What this clown did was flat out illegal, right? Let's get that out of the way. And he's buddying up, and he's been teasing for months that, oh, I'm going to do something. I will do something. He's done jack shit. He's been only saying that he will maybe prosecute somebody for what happened in 2020, 2021, or whatever. He's been teasing that maybe he'll look into election stuff. He hasn't. And even Trump's, very, 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 very long, or I repeat, very long leash on people of, listening to them, waiting. And this guy does nothing. He's been given so many opportunities to actually do something. At this point, I think Trump is just using that endorsement bait to actually get him to do something. He won't even do that. So that's why it looks like that Trump will not be endorsing Baranovich. Instead, the Giga Chad himself, Blake Masters. And you look here. Blake Masters has very subtly been going up and up and up in the polls. He's been trending upwards. Baranovich trending downwards. Jim Lamont kind of trending upwards, but with a Trump endorsement, this race is over. I mean, Masters is running a good campaign. Again, there was like a 1 month stretch he really didn't do anything, but outside of that, he's been running a fairly solid campaign. He's been going to every possible event in Arizona, unlike Baranovich, who's done nothing but national interviews, and that's it. This guy has done, I don't think, one single real campaign event outside of these national interviews with, like, Newsmax and stuff. He's done nothing, while Masters has actually been on the ground talking to people, going to local meetings, going to local events, going to Trump rallies, all of that. while Abramovich sits in his basement doing nothing but talk to the Newsmax all day. It's pathetic. This guy is a complete and total grifter. I don't know why people like him. This guy is just using, his power like, oh, vote for me, all right? Vote for me, and I maybe will use my current powers. He won't, by the way. And I hate people who grift like that, and I don't understand why people like him on the issues. Okay, he's socially conservative. Okay? Is that the bar Republicans have to pass in 2022? They have to be conservative on social issues? That's the lowest possible bar. On all the other issues, Blake Masters is significantly better, more electable. And by the way, Abramovich, he's ran in 2018 against a Bernie bro. He nearly lost. And I know that was 2018, but Doug Ducey at the same time won in a landslide against Bernie bro. So this idea that he's an electable guy is bullshit. And by the way, for those questioning that, oh, Masters is only at 12%, it's over for him. The Trump endorsement does nothing. Look at this. In 2020, almost 98% of all Trump endorsements won. Even if you include all the unopposed people, incumbents and non-incumbents, it's around 99% of all endorsements Trump does in the primaries, that person wins. It's 100% for Senate races, 100% for governor's races. There's just 2 with the couple House races here and there. And that's it. So this idea that Trump's endorsement hurts a candidate, bullshit. In fact, it helps a candidate. It significantly helps them. So this idea that Mo Brooks isn't going to win, if Mo Brooks really was in trouble, he would be begging Trump to go to Alabama again. He hasn't. These polls are fake. Trump's endorsement, if you actually run on it, you're probably going to win. You just got to barely function and run on like, hey, I got endorsed by the Orange Man. Vote for me. And that's what a lot of people are doing. And also, just to give you a bigger effect on this, look at this. Look at this. Trump's endorsements usually end up in a complete total blowout. There's only been like 2 races where, it's been within like 5 points. And those were House races. You look at Senate races, you look at governor's races. Very, very Trumpian. I mean, look at Alabama Senate race. Tommy Tuberville won by 21. You look at Minnesota Senate race. Jason Lewis won by 70. You get the point that Trump's endorsements, especially at statewide races, are so powerful that they can basically win the race even if you don't campaign. Though, they tried that a couple times and they lost. So, there's that. But this is what I'm saying. The Trump endorsement is so big that if Trump's leaning towards endorsing Masters, Abramovich should quite frankly just give up. It's over at that point. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this quickish video. If you did, smash that like button down below. Subscribe, share with friends, hit the little bell, and yes. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.